What's up, you guys? How you guys doing? And today I just want to say, don't idolize me. All right. And what I mean by that is, it's like, don't idolize anybody on the internet, including myself. You know, because I notice there's a lot of people like on the internet, content creators, influencers, you know, streamers, celebrities, a lot of people that have, like, let's say, a huge fan base of people that literally like worships them and, like, you know, encourages everything that they do. You know, like, admiration is cool, support is cool, even compliments are cool, you know, but I don't want to be one of those content creators that are like idolized or like worshipped or like pretty much seen as like high status or put on a pedestal or anything like that, because there's a lot of content creators that actually enjoy being worshipped. There's a lot of content creators that look at themselves as perfect, you know, or worthy of being idolized. You know, for me, I could admit that I am very capable of doing something foolish. I am very capable of saying something foolish, and you know, I see myself like you guys see yourselves in the mirror. I see myself as just a person. I mean, everybody is special and unique in their own ways, but I don't see myself as perfect. I know that I have imperfections. I know I'm very capable of messing up, saying something wrong, or doing something wrong, or disappointing people. Like, I don't see myself as perfect. I'm not gonna cast you out if you disagree with me. You get what I mean? Because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of content creators, they tend to only want people to enable and encourage what they do. And if you say anything differing from what they say, let's say if it's true, right? Let's say if a person is very materialistic and very greedy and likes all this money and cars and jewelry and all the attention and thinks he's everything, or, you know, who pretty much is looking at himself as some type of king, right? Let's say somebody calls this person greedy, or let's say they say it in a more respectful manner. Like, they don't flat out call him greedy, but they say, you know, the way he's coming off is kind of greedy because the way he flashes and boasts, right? Some people that take offense to what the truth is, or don't like to think of themselves any less than perfect, will immediately block the person, or, you know, cast the person out to be somebody who's jealous or somebody who doesn't want to see them shine, or label the person a hater just because the person just tried to tell him, like, hey, you know, you don't need to boast, you don't need to brag, you know what I mean? You don't need to do what you're doing for us to feel like you're special, or for us to feel like you mean something, you know what I mean? Pretty much, you don't have to prove yourself to us. I noticed that there's a lot of influencers, celebrities, streamers that do that. You know, you're automatically a hater if you tell them something true about themselves, or if you notice a certain type of behavior or characteristic or trait that they have that can be kind of toxic or kind of flawed, you know. And sometimes you could be trying to tell somebody out of their best interest, like out of the benefit for them, like to correct them, because you don't want to see them fall, or you don't want to see them lead people down a wrong path. Like, I want you guys to know that you guys, anytime you feel like I said something false or anything faulty, you know what I mean, or if I was being wrong in any type of way, that you definitely have that freedom of speech to tell me, so I can, like, correct myself, you know, and reflect on what I do and become a better person. Like, that's what this whole channel is about anyway, is for all of us to become better together and to find truth. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I know I'm not perfect. I believe there's only one perfect thing in this world, and that's God, you know, and following his narrow path and showing his love through myself to others. You know what I mean? So, what I feel like is, when it comes to people not being able to correct someone because of the fear of being casted off or seen a certain way, I feel like people should definitely have the freedom to have a different perspective or a different view of something. You get what I mean? That's kind of the reason why I'm not really a fan of anything. I admit there's things that I like and don't like. I wouldn't consider myself a fan of it though. I follow some things every now and again, but I don't really keep up with it. Like, I don't religiously watch things. I don't binge watch. I don't keep up with other people's lives and stuff like that. I pretty much just like, if I see it, I see it. If I don't, I don't. A lot of people take advantage of a lot of people's admiration for them, you know, because they realize if they feel like they can't do wrong when it comes to you, then they're not gonna try to do right. What is the need to try to do right by somebody if they can never see anything you say as wrong? Think about it. You know what I mean? So they figure they could just do anything, post anything, and they're gonna get people behind it that's gonna push whatever message, whatever agenda they have out. Like, there's a lot of people that only will admit to not being perfect when they get caught doing something wrong. Like, I know a lot of us have seen apology messages and apology videos only when something happened to them that they did wrong that they can't really defend. That's when they'll apologize and say, hey, I never said I was perfect. But you could tell by the way they carry themselves and by their character, they sure did carry themselves like a perfect person, like a person above your level. See, me, I see us like eye to eye. We're on the same level. Everything I'm doing right now, you're capable of doing. And if I'm able to become, if I do become popular, if I do become great, it wouldn't be the type of thing where I'm like, oh, it's because I had more drive than everybody else, you know? I was just so different. I was just so incredible and magnificent. No. I just simply put in the work to do so. I just simply put in effort, something everybody is capable of doing. Now, sure, you could probably say not everybody has that same drive, not everybody has that same motivation, but it's definitely not unattainable. You get what I mean? It's just that you really have to have a passion for it. You know, I have a really strong passion to want to help people. That's why I do what I do. You know what I mean? And I feel like definitely anybody that wants to do it is capable of doing it, you know, because I believe in you. But, you know, a lot of people only apologize when they get caught doing the wrong that they do. They don't apologize before. They don't say anything about being sorry or being human before that thing happened. And a lot of times when people do something wrong, or let's say when there's some speculation about something about a person, and if there's some negative speculation about a person, sometimes the person tends to do charity or try to do something positive to kind of mask the negative in a way. And a lot of people do that. It's kind of like this: how can this person be bad if he donated this amount of money to this charity? Now, the act of donating to a charity, of course, that's generous. Like, that is a generous action of the person, but it's probably not a generous motive. You get what I mean? Because some people do things for reputation. They don't do things for the right of doing it. They don't do things for the good of the other people. But sometimes they do things for how they look. They do things for how they're going to look, how it's going to be perceived to the public, and how they're going to see it. You know, they have to paint themselves in a way where people would be pleased to look at, if that kind of makes sense. They have to look perfect. They have to look like they're the best thing ever. They have to look like the best kind of person to be around. You know what I mean? So that's how they present themselves to be. And a lot of time it fools a lot of people, because a lot of people are sometimes naive, and a lot of people are sometimes gullible to that sort of thing. You know what I mean? And it always upsets me, like when somebody sees a celebrity, if they never heard about them in the news, anything negative about them, they'll automatically assume this person is an angel. Like, he must be the most unproblematic person ever. Like, I never heard a negative thing about him. Just because you don't hear anything negative about somebody doesn't mean that there's nothing going on behind the scenes. Doesn't mean that there's nothing not happening. You get what I mean? Now, if nothing is happening behind the scenes, then good for that person. You know, if that person is genuinely a good person, good for him. Because I know there is some genuinely good people out there, but not everybody. So all I wanted to say, my message was today was not to idolize people. If you're going to admire something or keep up with something or follow anything, make sure you're following the truth. Whether that's coming out of my mouth, whether that's coming from the Bible or anywhere else. Whoever is spreading truth, I would say whoever's mouth is speaking of truth, follow that, admire that. That was my message of the day. That's all I pretty much wanted to say. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and everything, and I appreciate every single last one of you people. Thank you for the love you shown me for over the past few days, and I'll talk to you guys next time. God bless you all. I love you all. Bye.